Hazur, our next speaker is Paul Scully. He's a British Conservative politician and elected as a member of the Parliament for Sutton and Sheen, a regular volunteer at St Heliers Hospital, and Paul has also served as a councillor in Sutton. He's currently the member of the International Development Subcommittee on the works of the Independent Commission for Aid Impact. Paul is a very close friend of the community and also the Vice Chair of the APPG for the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Parliament. It gives me great pleasure to welcome Paul to this year's Jalsa and request him to come and say a few words.
His Holiness, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It's an absolute honour, a privilege and such a pleasure to be here once again with you at the Jalsa Salana. I see every year I come the connections that are made, the positive energy that we have here in the marquee and in the wider area around this venue. And I think that being the third or fourth visit to the Jalsa Salana, that now puts us in credit in terms of the positive experiences that we've shared together. I say that because actually you are always there at the forefront when we need support, when we need wise words, when we need solidarity. So I think I first visited the Batul Futuh Mosque when I was after being elected, when it was burnt down. You were at the forefront, though, of the response to the Charlie Hebdo attacks in Paris, the Westminster terror attacks, the London Bridge attacks, and the massacre in Sri Lanka. You were there as a community reaching out to people of other faiths and of no faith at their time of need. And it's so important that as well as welcoming you and the contribution that you do here, I have constituents here from Sutton, but here in Hampshire, the country as a whole and the world as a whole. There are people here from, I've seen some native Indian Americans, I've seen some people from Japan, Austria, and Netherlands, and far, far wider away than that as well. The contribution that you make in your communities is immense. And that is why it's time for us as well, not just to welcome you, but to work with you to stop the persecution of Ahmadiyyas around the world. It was an honour for me to actually help launch the report from the fact-finding mission that was done in Thailand and Malaysia just recently, where we've seen Ahmadiyya communities having to flee for their lives from Pakistan and elsewhere, and then go to countries that are not signatories of the Refugee Convention. And so that means that the conditions that they are kept in are appalling. So I will make sure that I can do what I can with the International Development Committee, with the all-party parliamentary group, to work with you to help those people in their most need in those parts of the world to be reunited with the wider Ahmadiyya community where you support your communities ever so well. It's been a privilege. Thank you very much.